What's going on, everybody? It's Kelly. Today we are doing a review of Call of Cthulhu, the official video game. It is based off of H.P. Lovecraft's The Dunwich Horrors. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty confident it is. Yeah, it is. If you guys don't know what Cthulhu is a giant, ancient, squid-like god that consumes the world in madness. Yeah, right? They're actually kind of scary. So I'm going to give you a quick breakdown of this game, talk about certain things, and, just go from there. Here in a minute, we're going to see the skill section, where you can level up the particular skills that our main protagonist, Edward Pierce, has at his disposal. And it's actually, it's pretty good. It is not very heavy in the modifications, but it still allows the character to do things. So it's a very light skill-based system. So you have etiquette, you have hidden spots, you have psychology, you have investigation, you have strength, you have medicine, you have occultism. Strength allows you to strong hand your way through conversations. Etiquette allows you to smooth talk your way through a conversation. Investigation allows you to pick up more clues to unlock more dialogue as you go through. Same with psychology. Hidden spots is a thing that allows you to see items in rooms that you wouldn't normally be able to see. Occultism, of course, allows you to read the occult language and see what all is going on and understand what all is happening in the story faster than you should. Medicine allows you to diagnose, wounds on bodies and basically get more clues as to what's going on. Everything in here helps you investigate what's going on. So investigation is the primary, and everything around you helps continue the investigation. So I'm starting off with the first probably 10 minutes of the game, give or take. You start out Edward Pierce in his office in New York, and he's more or less, at the bottom of the bottle the entire time, and he struggles. So this is very much H.P. Lovecraft's story. They took H.P. Lovecraft's stories and said, let's make a video game out of it. Literally, that's kind of one of those givens with the name of the game itself. But, I figured I'd repeat that to make myself sound crazy. So, all in all, it's a focused home interactive game, which, if anybody knows anything about focused interactive games, they are hit or miss. I love some of the games that they produced. Let's see, not developed, published, excuse me. The Shadow game, what is that called? Well, they did The Surge. They did, God, that sounds terrible. I can't remember any of the other games. There is one game which came out years ago, then I absolutely love it. It's called Contrast. If you have ever played Contrast, I highly suggest checking it out. It's really good. But, on to this game. It's really good. You get the suspense. You get the cheap jump scares. Let's be honest. When we play a horror game, we want the suspense. We want the ambient noise in the background. We want the cheap jump scares. I hear a lot of people complaining, oh, it's just a cheap jump scare. And I'm like, fuck. That's what I want. I want that jump. I want that adrenaline rush. I want to feel the flight or fight. This game does a decent job at it. It is not high-end horror games that I've played in my life, and nor is it the low-end horror games that I've played. It is a nice middle ground. Storytelling is really good. The character going through it and fighting with the insanity of all this, and the investigation techniques, those are freaking fascinating. And it's really a solid game. The paintings you encounter in this one, they did a fantastic job at making them creepy. So here in a second, we're gonna encounter a conversation wheel. How you can dictate the conversation to what you need it to become. It gives you lots of choices, and sometimes they have choices like if you answer this way, it goes to the next part, you can't go back. Or sometimes you can just find out information about certain things and go back. We're going to go into the notebook. This tells you your mission objectives. The case itself tells you the mission objectives. There are no real side quests in this. You have inventory, you have clues, and so on and so forth. So you will meet a lot of people. As you wander around, you'll see the little circles. This tells you information about what's going on, which helps you build the case up and figure out what the fuck's going on in this game quicker and more effective. Yeah, look at that bad boy.
It's strange beauty.
Awesome, yet terrifying. So here it is right here. So if you pan around, you have all these things that tell you what you can talk to him about. Investigation is the notebook. It tells you, that's heading towards finding out about certain portions of the story or leading you onto another branch of the story for different dialogue, which is pretty cool. I really appreciate how this works out. So let's talk about my full and entire feelings of this game. I know I've rambled a lot of it. I'm going to give you guys a definitive answer now as we watch the wheel here. So this is very much an H.P. Lovecraft story, hands down. If you have ever read H.P. Lovecraft, then you know how this is going to play out, because it plays out like an H.P. Lovecraft story, just with pick-your-own-adventure features in it. And that's cool. I like that. I like these pick-your-own-adventure type stories and games. So to me, this was a 7.5 hours well spent. I enjoyed jumping into the world and the insanity of everything that happened, everything that he had to deal with. All of it made it worth playing to me. So, in my opinion, I give this game a solid 8 out of 10. The reason it gets an 8 out of 10 is because the big action sequence in the game where you finally get a gun and you have to roam around and fight people had a lot of graphical issues. It lagged, it fought against me, it was really slow. And that's something that the developers of this game need to address, especially if they want to make it really, really good. They need to fix some of those completely and utterly. It's not a bad thing, because this game isn't supposed to be all action packed and amazing and awesome. No, it is supposed to be an adventure story. It is supposed to tell about Edward Pierce finding out what happened to the Hawkins family and hopefully supporting some closure. And it does that really, really well. Sorry, I had to sneeze in between that, so I stopped recording if there's a funny sound in there. So I do highly suggest checking it out, picking it up. It is $44.99, something like that, on Steam currently. If you like H.P. Lovecraft stories, if you like horror, suspense, I highly suggest checking out. If this is just some game that at some point in time you would like to play, I honestly would wait until a sale. But if this is something you want to play and do now, pick it up. It's worth it. I would love to see more stories, H.P. Lovecraft stories, developed into, what is this, AA gaming, single A gaming, because technically they're not triple A's. So check it out. Pick it up if you want. If not, find it on a good sale. I got a review copy, so I did not pay for this. I want to go ahead and make that clear before anything else. But I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this a lot. It was a fun experience. It was a fun ride. Guys, thank you for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, and I hope to see you on the next video. Have a great night.